In the heart of the 14th century, across the vast sands of West Africa, ruled a king whose name would echo through history as a symbol of unimaginable wealth. Mansa Musa, emperor of the Mali Empire from around 1312 to 1337, sat upon a throne built on rivers of gold. His empire stretched across a territory larger than modern Western Europe, encompassing key trade routes that linked the Sahara to the Atlantic. Musa inherited a thriving realm founded by the legendary Sundiata Keita, but under his rule, Mali reached its zenith. The empire's riches stemmed primarily from control over the trans-Saharan trade in gold and salt commodities are as vital then as oil is today. Mali produced roughly half the world's gold supply at the time, with mines in regions like Bambouk and Bure yielding vast quantities. Salt, mined in the north, was traded ounce for ounce with gold in some areas, fueling a booming economy. Musa didn't just inherit wealth. He commanded it through taxes on trade, royal monopolies, and direct control of key resources. But it was in 1324 that Mansa Musa's fame exploded across continents. As a devout Muslim, he embarked on the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca. What could have been a quiet religious journey became a spectacle of opulence that stunned the Islamic world. Picture this, a caravan stretching as far as the eye could see, snaking across the Sahara. Reports from Arab chroniclers described 60,000 people, soldiers, officials, merchants, and servants, accompanied by 12,000 enslaved individuals dressed in fine Persian silk. Hundreds of camels, each laden with hundreds of pounds of pure gold, dust, and bars. Herald riders preceded the king, announcing his arrival with fanfare. Musa himself rode on horseback, surrounded by 500 slaves carrying golden staff. When the procession reached Cairo, the Mamluk Sultan hosted Musa lavishly. But the king's generosity knew no bounds. He distributed gold to the poor, scholars, officials, and anyone who caught his eye hundreds of pounds at a time. Contemporary accounts claim he gave away so much that the value of gold in Egypt plummeted, causing inflation and economic disruption that lingered for years. On his return journey realizing the havoc, Musa reportedly borrowed gold back at high interest to stabilize prices of the damage, and his legend was already done. This pilgrimage didn't just showcase wealth. It put Mali on the map. European cartographers soon depicted Musa on maps like the 1375 Catalan Atlas, enthroned with a golden scepter and nugget, labeling him the richest lord of the region. Back home, Musa invested his riches wisely. He transformed Timbuktu into a center of learning, building mosques, universities, and libraries that attracted scholars from across the Islamic world. The Jingerbir Mosque and Sankar Madrasa stood as enduring testaments to his patronage of architecture and education. Yet, for all his glory, Musa's story faded in later centuries, only to resurface in modern times as the ultimate symbol of riches. Facts versus myths. Was Mansa Musa truly the richest person ever? Fact. Mansa Musa was extraordinarily wealthy by any historical standard. Mali's near monopoly on gold production, controlling major mines and trade routes, gave him access to resources that made him inconceivably rich to contemporaries. His Hajj caravan carried an estimated 10 to 18 tons of gold, and he deliberately projected an image of inexhaustible wealth even spreading rumors that gold grew like plants in his kingdom. Fact, his pilgrimage caused real economic ripples. Arab historians like al-Umari noted that Musa's gold gifts flooded Cairo's market, depressing gold prices for a decade or more. This wasn't total economic collapse. Some modern analyses suggest the impact was overstated or temporary, but it was significant enough to be recorded. Myth or exaggeration? The claim that he was the richest person in all history, worth $400 billion in today's dollars, originated from a 2012 article on celebrity net worth and spread virally. Economic historians widely agree this is impossible to quantify accurately. Comparing wealth across eras is fraught. Ancient monarchical wealth was in land, resources, labor, including enslaved people, and command over economies, not liquid assets like modern billionaires. Estimates vary wildly from incalculable per Britannica and BBC to inflated figures like $400 billion because there's no equivalent to modern net worth calculations. Other rulers, like Mughal emperors, for example, Akbar, Chinese emperors, or even Augustus Caesar, who controlled approximately 20 to 25% of the Roman GDP, likely had comparable or greater command over global resources relative to their time. The $400 billion figure often stems from rough gold valuations, ignoring that gold was more valuable then and economies smaller. Why the label stuck? Musa's story is uniquely documented through Arab sources and his dramatic Hajj, making him more visible than many Asian or European rulers whose records are less accessible or exaggerated differently. It's a compelling tale of African prosperity in a pre-colonial era. In the end, Mansa Musa wasn't just rich, he was a king who turned gold into legacy, faith into spectacle, and empire into legend. His wealth may not be precisely measurable, but his impact on history shines as brightly as the metal he commanded.